Hello Stampers. So today we're going to do the Let It Ride stamp set from Stampin' Up. And what I've seen in the past for most people is cards done on white and then they color around the trees and whatnot. I thought it might be kind of fun to come in with some green paper, decorative paper, and stamp right onto the decorative paper. So I stamped some green trees in the background, and what I did with the horse now is I did stamp the horse on white, and then I fussy cut all the way. Now this is probably the only hard part about this card. I fussy cut with scissors and an X-Acto knife in here a little bit between the legs. Those two front legs are connected, so got in there and colored that horse. So what are we going to do next? So now I also cut off the mane and the tail. So that is a little bit of an issue. And on this first card, I tried to use one of these little cutout from cheap paper, and I cut off the mane and tail on one and tried to do that, and to be honest with you, I had to go back in with a Sharpie, and the mane's a little bit messed up right there because I was trying to fill in stuff. So this time I decided that I would stamp the trees, stamp the horse, put this then, if you stamp the horse right on there, mane and tail, then you just place the horse right on, and mane and tail are on the background. Everything's good. So next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove that for a second. I'm gonna take, because I do want a little bit of green here at the bottom, I am going to put this on top of, and you can see where I did it before, here, so that when I put the green ink, I'm using the old olive ink here, alright, make sure we get that good. Alright, now we go here and we just place some grass. Now, I think I'm going to go up a little higher. I think I got my horse on here a little bit lower than intended. So let's try this again. We're going to move some grass. You can never have too much grass, right? So we're going to move the grass up and over a little bit and put it right there. Perfect. And we might as well add a little over here on the left just to kind of, you know, like I said, you can never have too much grass. Doesn't hurt anything. Give it a little bit of character over here. All right, so got grass. So the next step would be, of course, to glue down the horse. So I'm gonna get out, now this is a different type of Tombow glue, but I really like this one. A lot of times people use the Tombow that's green and it takes a while to dry, and I just make a mess with that stuff. So this is the one I prefer to use, and just get that on there. And now we're going to place the horse right on top of the other horse. Mane and tail should all come together real nice. Got a little extra glue down here on the legs. It dries clear. It really works nice. Doesn't smear the inks. As you can see, the die cut didn't smear at all. So now the little fussy cut horse is placed onto the card. So the next thing is going to be just to stamp the trees onto this tan background. And oh, there's a little more too along the way. But for now, let's just take care of the trees. I'm going to go up a little higher this time than I did on the first card. Now here, it's most important to get those trees off to the side where you can see them, but it doesn't hurt at all. Why? Okay, I want that. I kind of liked the fact that I could see a little bit of ground there and not necessarily a tree, but we can still do some trees over here and over here. Okay, so the next thing is this frame that I cut out. Now I used a die set that I got off of Wish. Let's see, we got ink all over the place here. Clean that up better later. This is a die set that I got from Wish, and it makes nice little frames. So now this strip of paper that I happen to have was pre-cut, so it barely fits in that particular frame, as you can see, but it does fit. So what we're going to do here is turn it upside down, and we're only going to put ink or glue right here, and it's really no point in putting it on the sides because the paper doesn't fit. So I did happen to cut the paper though so that it would fit just a hair smaller, so it's going to fit on that frame. Now we're going to stick that on there, and the reason I like to use glue, there's a time to use glue and there's a time to use your double-sided tapes. I prefer to use glue in, like on the horse, when I'm going to have to kind of move it around a little bit. See how this is just barely, I might be able to move that over just a hair. Yeah, now this just barely fits there, but it does fit. So I guess my advice to you is when you make a frame, and you can do that with a cutter, if you don't have a die that cuts a nice frame, you can cut your own. But cut your green strip just a hair bigger than I did, so that you can glue all four sides here. But here's where now it won't matter, because we're going to put the tape on and we're going to get it all taped down, and when it's all taped down, it won't be flopping around so much. I like to get my tape, especially on something like this with this frame that's not connected, all the way out to the edges, and then maybe grab in the areas that don't have tape. And try to center it in there as best you can. That's the only problem with double-sided tape. Doesn't always want to cooperate. Got a little on the edge there. Alright, so basically, there you have it. All said and done. Now, I don't know if you can see here, I kind of messed up these trees. So when I tried to fix them, it just kept getting worse. So I put a sentiment right there. Very easy to put a sentiment right there if you would like to. I'm not a big fan. Sometimes I like it just to be what it is and stamp a sentiment on the inside. But I want to show you this card too, because this is what I originally wanted to do, but the horse just doesn't quite fit in that space for this window. It comes with an option to have grids up here too, and I cut that away and let the trees show through. Now here I kind of like how the swirls from the background maybe look like a little bit of clouds. I don't know. Kind of adds some character. So there's my Let It Ride video.